Splinter Business Stories. Hello and welcome to Splinter Business Stories, an honest business podcast where I tell the truth about business processes, clients, and entrepreneurs who should never be your go-to people when you're looking for the right examples. Why did I start this podcast? Because there are way too many self-made business people in their early 20s who think they achieved something. There are way too many so-called business coaches who never worked a day in real business, but yet they teach you how to build the empire. There are way too many old-school companies with outdated processes and mindset that are trying to claim leadership. I'm fed up with this all. How about you? Welcome to the place where we speak about business as it is. No happy startup hysteria, no fake success stories. In this podcast, we discuss business fails and how to avoid them. We embrace the stories of greatest failing and we focus on tech industry. Why? I am in tech. You are probably also in tech. There are millions of people who are involved in IT, from consultants to project managers, from marketing experts to CTOs, from developers to architects, from testers to scrum masters. Trust me, you will recognize yourselves in every single story, because these stories are told by your fellow IT comrade. We all like the stories of success. But how about the failure stories? Oh, let me think about it. We simply do not hear many of them. They are carefully erased from the business map of the world. If you are not successful, you do not exist. Run! If you are not successful, Splinter Podcast will pick up the story of your epic business fail, embrace it, analyze it, and tell what went wrong. Together with you, we will go through every single stage on the way to failure, from building an unrealistic business plan to creating an utterly ugly website, from dealing with clients from hell to participating in never-ending meetings. Sounds familiar? How about all-day meetings? How about meetings after meetings? Did you know there is a special term, which is called Hotwash, which describes exactly a meeting which takes place after a meeting? No, I'm not kidding. It's like when from stand-up meeting in the morning, you go to an all-day meeting, and then you go to the demo meeting, and then you proceed to Hotwash meeting. Do you feel the smell? It's your brain being grilled. Today's episode is dedicated to everyone in tech. Like literally everyone in tech. I'll open a mysterious secret. You're not the only one who wants to start a business. Look around. Every single person in your office wants to be a start-upper. Look at that guy across the table. In his mind, he drives Maserati in his private driveway leading to $27 million mansion somewhere in LA, pulls out his laptop watching the sunset and magically makes couple more millions by clicking around. Then he opens up his fridge, takes Wagyu beef, cut and slowly cooks the meat delivered 1 hour ago from Japan. Why bother cooking himself? Because he's still that simple boy who started out in a consulting company. Then he'll take one of these private planes that fly across California to meet his investors somewhere in a fancy sushi bar. Yes, this is it. I can read the minds of everyone around. Do you know what time it is? Story time! Once upon a time there lived a boy. He was perfectly fine. He was keen on tech. He liked coding. He liked robotics. He liked computers. He started studies in computer science. He was passionate about cool tech. He got hired by a company. Well, big or small, it doesn't really matter. He lives his life happily. He does what he truly loves. But one day he wakes up after a horrible nightmare. In it, he was 28 and all he achieved was having a great stable job with a pretty decent salary. Oh no! The boy thought about this disastrous future of turning 28. I'm nothing. I'm so average. I'm so underachieving. I should build a startup. What startup should I build? I need an idea. I need the next great idea. Mark Zuckerberg became a billionaire at 23. Snapchat CEO Ivan Spiegel was in Forbes billionaire list at the age of 25. Oh no, I'm so miserable. I need a startup. Meanwhile, this boy doesn't know anything about building a business. He has no idea what is marketing. He can't represent himself. He's not a good talker. He doesn't know how to bullshit. The only thing he's good at is tech. He knows how to code. He knows how to set up the right architecture and infrastructure. He works with GitHub and GitLab. He grooms Jira sometimes. And oh yeah, he also has his 2 minutes of fame at the daily stand-up meeting. And that's basically it. He cannot objectively be the one who shouts out for his own company. And that is the sad reality. Then he starts doing something meaningless like creating one more social network which is destined to fail because this world is fed up by social networks. Still, he keeps on coding, giving it all his time and energy, wasting his significant brain resources. Days and nights, all he does is coding. Days and nights he digs into documentation and fixes bugs. And boom, his next boy book is ready. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. But man, who cares? Congratulations. You wasted about a year of your life figuring something Zuckerberg figured out in 2006. Now deal with it. Firstly, deny your fail. Then get really angry with people around you and with yourself. Then blame government and greedy oldies who steal your free investment money. Now it's time to bargain. If only you had money to continue your project. If only you were born before Zuckerberg. If only you were not yourself. After it, it's time for profound, juicy depression. And then, finally, there comes a moment when you accept and move on. The moment of accepting your failure is probably one of the most eye-opening experiences one can have in his or her life. Of course, there are many valuable resources that will tell you something like never a failure, always a lesson, or success consists of multiple failures. Go on, just do it. What I will tell you is failure is failure. You can think it made you stronger. You can think it destroyed you. But maybe you should really re-evaluate what you're doing and consider doing the same thing when you actually have experience. Jumping straight to water when you don't know how to swim might traumatize you. It's a fact. So why are we always trying to plunge into business without having any understanding of how business works? We're all maximalists, but sometimes all we need to do is hold our horses and look around. There won't be another Zuckerberg or Gates. Don't try to compare yourself with anyone because it doesn't make any sense. Don't judge your achievements by years you lived on Earth. Don't evaluate your smartness by the fortune you have. I know dozens of people who are dumber than oaks, and yet they are millionaires. Don't torture yourself with this phantom idea of becoming a millionaire or billionaire by 30. If you see the potential in yourself to climb, then do it step by step. Know your value and don't let the media rule your life. Everyone is different. Love yourself. Embrace yourself. If you want to be a start-upper, cool, go for it. But if you fail, it's cool too. If you sit in the office and you're okay with it, it's cool. It's your life. Live it. Have a hobby, travel and explore this world in your own way. You don't have to have a million to enjoy your life. Be smart, don't fall into debts, and you'll be fine. With or without a startup, your life will be totally great. Trust me. If you're in your 20s or early 30s, young men or young women, guys, just live your lives. If you have jobs you like, if you have small fortunes coming monthly, that's so cool. Look around, get experience, get a solid understanding of how your companies operate. Figure out what works and what doesn't. Deal with people, good and bad, stupid and smart. And one day you will get it all and you'll know what to do. You'll open a business if you want to, or you'll be nailing your career till you retire and you'll be perfectly happy. All you need to do is just to look around and absorb the knowledge. And hopefully you'll never wake up after seeing the nightmare about yourself being 28 and not achieving anything. A small piece of ads here. If you still think your startup idea worth seeing this world, contact Kadoret. My agency helps startuppers in building genuine business and marketing plans and even pitch decks. If you can't do public speaking yourself, well, I'll either make you next Tony Robbins or I'll go on that stage myself and rock that investors for you. Just for your knowledge. It was Anita and her Splinter Business Stories. Stay tuned for next episodes and have a beautiful, wonderful time living your life. Bisous, bisous!